Hello and welcome. Welcome to Math CM, where we build life skills and math skills. So, in this video, we'll be looking at 4 habits that will actually help you to do really well in math. And so, the first one refers to setting goals. All right. So, remember that when you set goals must be reasonable, right? So that you could actually attain them. Because you don't want to set goals that are so high you don't reach them and then you're discouraged, right? So you want to actually set goals that are reasonable. If you have big goals, for example, like acing your final exam, you know, you may set that as your long-term goal and set other goals like, probably understanding everything for, this week or next week or the next 2 weeks. That would be a reasonable goal because then you could really attain that quite easily. And then you could have a medium term goal, for example, like possibly doing well on an assessment, like a summative assessment, like a test or that kind of thing. So you basically want to develop the skill and the habit to actually set goals. And then, back in Renaissance time, in like the 16th century, those guys who used to use the horses and the carts had coined a phrase from way back when, that you shouldn't put the horse before the cart because normally the horse draws the cart. I'm emphasizing this for my younger viewers, and so when it comes on to getting a grade or passing, you should not be solely focused only on the grades because that is in a way putting the horse before the cart. And so what you might want to do is actually focus on understanding the concepts, because once you understand the concepts well, the grades, the desired grades, the A's, the B's, the C's, C pluses will actually come. And of course you can improve from that point. If you're making an A or a B, you could actually improve from there. Even if you're making an A, you can work on your layout of your problems, the penmanship, the presentation, so there's always room for improvement. You really want to go ahead and focus on understanding. And so the third thing, I want to introduce it like this. And so I'm going to go to my Bible app and I'm going to pull up a text from Ecclesiastes 4 verse 12. And it says, "And if one prevailed against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken." So this principle can be applied to many things. And sometimes you may have a problem and the problem is really difficult and you can't see a way how to solve this problem. So what you can do, you could actually look at the problem to see if there's actually, nested, simpler problems inside that bigger problem. You could actually look to see what formulas that apply, what concepts relate to the actual problem that you're doing. List the given information, and you can actually, by doing those things, break down the much bigger problem into smaller parts. Because again, the text says, last part of the text says, "And a threefold cord is not quickly broken." So that threefold cord, so to speak, is kind of like that big problem. And if you break down that problem into its simpler parts, then you will be able to sort it out. So that is the principle of Ecclesiastes 4 verse 12 being applied to taking on and solving a problem. And so the third habit that I'm actually sharing here is actually build a strategy. So whenever you're solving your problem, build a strategy. And just remember, a threefold card is not easily broken. And so this takes us to the last habit that you need to develop. And this is learning from your mistake. And so many times you hear persons tell you you should practice and practice and practice and you will get better. But what you also need to do in your practicing, you will also need to, analyze the work that you're doing. You will actually have to check those problems that you get incorrect and see exactly where did you go wrong, and seek out how to actually work through those problems systematically with the right procedure and get to the right solution. And so you don't just practice and practice error, but if you make error, learn from them. So develop the skill of learning from your mistake. And so if you are new to Math CM, and you want to enjoy more videos like this, and you also want to support our channel, go ahead and subscribe to Math CM. Look in this corner right here, you will see an icon, and you click on that icon, click subscribe, and also click the notification bell so that you can be one of the first to see our new video release. So thanks again for watching, and see you in the next video.